You talking to me? I'm talking to you. And this is Talking to Me, Talking to You. And I got a special guest in the house from Texas, Charly Sardo Gaming. Oh my gosh, dude. Thank you so much for coming out, man.
And thank you. Thanks for having me, Will. I appreciate it. And thanks to Ben for setting all this up for us.
Yes. So Ben, a good friend of mine and my landlord, actually, he started showing me your stream, like, how long ago? It was probably about a month or two back, and he said he like seen you streaming some other games and kind of got into that, but then you started playing chess, and so he got into chess because of you. So that's super cool, man. That like to get people interested in things just by kind of you being yourself. It seems like.
Yeah, man. First thing, do you mind if I smoke?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Second thing,
that was a power move, by the way.
That's one title I've never had was landlord. Okay.
Well, roommate, landlord. I live in the house that he owns.
Yeah. If someone gets thrown out, it might be you.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Gotcha.
This whole entire room I've created could get plowed over in a day if need be. But so yeah, he's very interested in what you do. He connected me with you, and I've watched a few of the streams, like a few moments of the streams, and man, I really enjoy like the energy you bring to like what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like you're very relaxed. You're very positive reinforcement to like every aspect of like competition and gaming and all that. So like I really do appreciate that take on stuff, because obviously when it comes to just in competition and gaming and just playing anything, people can get competitive and anxious and all that. So you take a really cool approach to it, I think.
Well, thank you, man. Yeah, when I started streaming, it was so funny. I just wanted to start playing more chess. Everyone had their COVID thing, right?
Yeah.
Some people, dude, there are people that wrote 50 songs and recorded 3 albums. How do you do that?
Yeah.
There are people that started practicing guitar every day and now they're like way better than they were.
Yeah.
Didn't do that.
No, you started playing chess.
Well, toward the end I did.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I there was a great Chinese chess grandmaster, modern day, who said the only thing worse than studying chess is not studying chess.
Yeah.
Okay. Working on chess is freaking work, man. It's work. So I thought, what if I stick a camera on, stream on Facebook, and just study chess and play chess? What if I did that?
Yeah.
Then my brother will come in and go, "Hey, what's up, dude? All right, bye." And it would be like a way to have a little bit of fun. And no dream that at one point I'd have 140, 180 people at one time watching me. Those are high numbers. It's not always like that, but it's happened.
Yeah. And I've seen it. You grow kind of.
Yeah. But I just did it to get better at chess. Like literally it was self-improvement.
Yeah. Which is awesome.
There's a title in the United States Chess Federation called an expert. That's your first title that you get.
Okay.
And that comes at rating 2,000.
Okay.
And this is to get these ratings, you have to drive to a tournament, pay money, sit there all day, play 4-hour games, and you're literally playing for your lifeblood, not to lose rating points. You're trying to gain rating points and get better at chess.
Yeah, so you're kind of nervous.
I peaked at 1994.
6 away from an expert.
I did not claim my expert title. There are people that win one game, quit the tournament, wait for their rating to come in, and say, "I'm an expert," never play again. They're like, and then they just say, "I'm rated 2,000.
Yeah. Wow.
It's a really big milestone. And I was right there. And then life happened. I started playing tournaments when I was not prepared and not in shape. So my rating dropped about 100 points from there, maybe 130 or something.
Yeah.
And so I'm still same category, what they call an A player, but I wanted to start playing chess and getting better to at some point, I call it go to claim, very humbly though.
Yes.
My expert title. And that was my goal of starting this.
Well,
and then
Yeah, that's a
It just
great
took
goal,
off.
man. Setting goals, like realistic goals, especially because you said that you wanted to like push yourself to learn more about chess and to like take in like what the experts said. So because you want to be that, like, so you drove at that and you got real close to that and you're still working on it, and that's what's really cool because you have this, like you said, you have this humbleness about you, and I really, that's the thing that is really cool about it all, is that like whatever someone's doing, man, it's all about like the energy that they're bringing to like it is that they're doing, and the energy that you give just by speaking. I've spoke to you twice now, and you have a very positive reinforcement behind what you're doing. Like, I don't even know that much about chess, but I love that you are streaming chess and having this community built around you, and like just you having fun playing and learning like with everybody else. That's super, super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. And you know, everyone talks about like the big thing is, wow, chill. This is so chill. This stream is so chill. You're so chill. Dude, I mean, I'm pretty much the same guy in other pursuits in my life, but I might be a little different if like we were betting 100 on a pool table.
Yeah.
Like you know, I'd be like faking it and like, you know, acting like you know, because I'm trying to beat you.
Yeah.
So I create a monster in my head, and I'm like, and I start feeling sorry for you. That's like a mental technique. I'm like, oh, this poor guy, I'm going to take his $100. It's the way that power move you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
You know, okay.
It is that.
I don't do that with chess.
No.
Because one thing about me, I don't have a lot of talents. I don't feel that where I'm actually talented, but one of my things that I'm very glad that I do is I remember things people say.
Yeah.
Like people, if I respect them, if I look up to them, my uncles, I could quote my uncles all day long.
Yeah.
Dad, I could quote them all day long. And chess masters, things people actually say.
I feel yeah, I'm the same way, man. Like, you know, there's been plenty of times where like, you know, you get lost in your sauce, like you're doing so much. But it's but besides, you know, doing the chess, you also are a musician. You were mentioning how everyone made it albums and, you know, recorded songs and all that, and you decided not to do that, and you end up learning chess. But you yourself are a musician, and that's why you referenced to that. So my question is like, are you a solo musician? Are you in a band?
I am in a band called Courtney and Charlie and the Last Word.
Ooh, I like that.
And it used to be just called Courtney and Charlie. One time it was Courtney and Charlie's Rock and Roll Review.
Yeah.
And then we wanted to give the band, Marshall and Ryan, give them their own name. And they are called The Last Word because after every song, they do the flam. The song ends and they look at each other and go, bump. And sometimes they'll do it twice. Sometimes they'll wait 10 seconds and do it. Because they always have the last word. And so I say my band. It's our band. We're all equal share partners in this band. Everyone's got to say, I freaking love the band. It's the strongest thing I've ever been part of musically.
Yeah.
And it's because I'm doing a very small part, and Courtney and Marshall and Ryan are doing everything else.
That's awesome. So that's cool too, because like you said, you do have a very, you know, focused mindset when you're into something, but it's good to have something that you're not as focused on the side that you can have more fun with and be more creative and open about. Yeah, that's really cool. Like, that's cool that you have like a separation of different things like that in your life. Very cool.
Sorry, man, but the longest running grandmaster world champion ever is Emmanuel Lasker. Okay. He said there are no lies in chess. And that was my point when we were talking before.
Okay, yes.
Is why I'm humble. I mean, excuse me. If you walk into a lab where they're doing math or something, and they got a big thing on the wall, and you just walk up and go, 892. They'll look at you and be like,
"What are you doing?" Yeah.
Well, they'll be like, "No, that's not it. You just wasted 10 seconds of my life."
Yeah.
You know, get down here, do the work, get the paper, get the equation, and then give me a real attempt at the answer.
Because you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a right answer.
There's a right answer, and in chess, there's a right answer
every time.
So
I've noticed that.
Therefore, humility comes in. Otherwise, you're going to be wrong all the time. Every time you open your big mouth and say something.
Okay, yeah, I've seen.
That's why when I play chess, I am a little more humble, and I'll start sentences like, I think knight c7 might be the move here.
Might.
Or, you know, have we looked at knight g5? Not g5 is best.
Yeah, and I was watching your stream the other day, and I noticed that you will like point out multiple moves in the stream that you could possibly make, but it's all about your perception of what is attacking you, what is how you're defending, which is cool. Because I don't know much about strategy about like chess per se, but I could see that you know enough to really describe like the small little details in between. Like you've learned, like you really have.
Yeah, and you know I really am the missing link because like for someone like you starting to play chess, dude, if you're real smart, if you remember what you learn and you apply what you learn, in a couple of years you could be beating me. A year and a half you could be beating me if you're smart.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, when I say smart, I mean like, you know, the smart people we know that like remember
high
everything
IQ,
they see.
Yeah, like high IQ.
No. No, I'm smart. I'm not smart. I'm not Fredo. I am Fredo.
So just like dedicated people, like
I'm talking about people that remember everything they see. You know what I suck at? Spatial intelligence, like the IQ test. If all the shapes, that's the type of intelligence that it takes to be good at chess. Pattern recognition and remembering patterns.
Yeah, and
I do it all the time. The smart people that are smart at that type of intelligence, they just look at the board and they're like, I've been here before.
Yeah, I remember.
I remember the idea, and I can only do that so much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's funny that you say that. I remember this video. Looking back at like my memories of chess, I seen this video of this magician or like trick guy, and what he did was, and this is completely based off of memory. He faced like I think it was like 7 or 8 grandmasters at the same exact time, and he beat I think 7 of them.
Yeah, no, he went like, you know, 3.5 or something.
Yeah, pretty decent, but he just used the move of the previous grandmaster.
He played them against each other.
Exactly.
Yes, and totally flubbed them. They had no idea.
It's so crazy.
And for him to play at that level, there's like you're for him to be able to play at that level, those guys are professional chess players. They should know what he looks like.
Yeah,
because you can't be that good at chess unless you go play good players. And they're like, this guy just beat the England, province champion, and he beat this international master, and he drew this other master, and it's like, who is he?
Exactly. Yeah, and he
was cheating.
Yeah, it was. It was
great. It's a beautiful video,
and that's like you're saying though. But like chess as a real game is an individual thing. It's you by yourself. It's you basing your memory off of it. And like, yeah, I can see exactly what you're saying by people with very like photographic memory can remember patterns, or the people that get a head start.
Yeah, people with just a certain set of skills, which spatial intelligence is a big thing, creativity is a big thing, memory is huge, man. I don't know if you even know who Hikaru Nakamura is. Do you know who he is?
Sounds familiar. The Nakamura part.
The world's biggest chess streamer ever in the history of chess.
Okay.
I don't know if I should be plugging him right now. He doesn't need it. There's probably 20,000 people watching him right now. But he said that the people that help him prepare for tournaments and stuff, they play at a much lower level than he does. But it's because they don't have the memory. Yeah. The actual chess playing on the board, they'll play about close to as good as he does. But they can't remember every single move and every single game and every single just straight hardcore. That's what it takes to be like top 10 in the world or something. It's just So it's just different skill sets that add up.
Yeah, and then the technology has helped so much with just advancing, like, because you can literally go back through all of each move and see what you did and see what they did, and try to use that knowledge now when on a physical board. You got to rely on your brain and your memory. So it's cool that you can actually like dig into these thoughts and concepts too with the technology given to us nowadays.
Well, not to mention videos, YouTube, man.
Yes. Yeah.
And Google, and I mean, it's all at your fingertips, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like a lot of the great fiddle players, like an example, something like now this might not be an accurate story, but it's accurate across the board. Someone like Charlie Daniels, right? You've heard of Charlie Daniels?
Oh, yes.
Devil Went Down to Georgia, right?
Oh, yes.
let's just say when he was 8 years old, his dad in somewhere in Missouri, or I'm just making all this up, brought him to see Bob Wills. I don't know if you even know who that is.
Nope.
He's the king. He's
That's
the king
okay.
of Texas Western swing. We're in Texas. Bob Wills is still the king, is the way the song goes. And at 8 years old, someone like Charlie Daniels or any other fiddle player boy would look at him, and he would have to remember every hair and every stroke and the way he stood. He'd have to remember all that, right?
Okay.
And then he would take that home, and it would like inspire his whole life to become the next world champion.
Yeah.
To
Replicate.
you or me, we want to get better at chess. I could get lessons from the world champion right now on YouTube, and when I get bored, turn it off and come back. It'll be there again.
You're right. That's 100% correct. You're basically just learning from the experts without meeting them.
Yeah, yeah, but there are pluses and minuses to that, because I don't have to. I don't have to hold it sacred, because I can just come back to it later.
True.
But when that one little kid is watching Bob Wills play,
it don't mean as much.
He only gets that one time, then he goes home and he doesn't see a good fiddle player for 8 months.
Absolutely. And I can relate that to like live music. So like you can go and watch a concert and like, yeah, you can enjoy it and you can listen to it and like, oh, this is a kick-ass concert. But if you are there, the experience is what it's about. It's about experiencing the energy in the crowd, the way that the people are speaking to you, because it feels like they're speaking to you when they're talking. You know, it's an outer body experience, I'd say. Like you're not like watching it on a screen going,
it's
that would be cool to be there. I am here. I am enjoying this. I am living my life. You know, that's awesome. And that's why, yeah, man, you got a lot of cool concepts, man. I really, like I said, I appreciate the kind of way that you are approaching just a lot of things in your life. It's really cool, man. You're a humbling human being, really.
Thank you.
So we're gonna play a game of chess.
All right.
I actually got humbled the last time I played chess by your our friend Ben.
Yeah, Ben's been paying attention, man, on the stream. I say one thing I say is all levels welcome.
Yes.
And one thing I was going to say earlier is I'm the missing link, because when I was going to say, if you worked really hard and you were really smart, in a couple of years you could be better than me.
Yeah.
Most people will work a few years and they won't be better than me. Not to say I'm good. My point of saying all this is
paying attention
and getting better. And I say all levels are welcome. I'm the missing link on my stream. I figured it out, because some grandmasters can teach beginners, of course, but they're grandmasters and they're doing higher level concepts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not a grandmaster. I'm not even a master.
You're almost an expert.
Well, I was almost an expert. I got to go back and make up that ground before I push to 2000.
You quit riding a bike, you forget.
But I think my stream is dumbed it down from a top player, from a grandmaster, to where all the normal people that just got back into chess or just are learning chess from being inspired from Queen's Gambit and being stuck in their house from COVID and start playing chess. That there's a chess boom going on right now, and I'm part of it.
Yeah, no, dude, that's awesome, man. It's really it is kind of like a beautiful thing, because you kind of like you probably helped a few people like get through that whole time period in their life, like just by, because I know a few times, like I watched when I was like depressed, I watched some gamers just play their games and just talk and be themselves, and just that it's in its essence in itself helped me get through what I was going through. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you something crazy, man. I'd watch a streamer or interview, anybody, and then someone say, "You helped me get through a hard time," and I'm like, "This is so cheesy, dude." I didn't believe it. I'm like,
"It's real, man."
It is real. I'm like, the person's just they get to ask Brad Pitt a question on the Tonight Show, and so they say they don't know what to say, so they make something up. Is what I thought.
Yeah,
and it started happening to me, and I'm like, I'm not famous.
Yeah, it's just a lot of people are just genuinely like emotional, like have like to show their feelings more, especially to people they feel like they can't reach. You know what I mean? Because it is like it's like an outreach. Like it's like them literally reaching out to some point.
Yeah. Well, when they say like I broke my back and I'm in bed I got to lay in bed for 6 months, and so your stream is like totally making my day and helping me get through this. Wow. And I'm like, Like, there are unintended consequences. I started doing this for myself to get better at chess, and then all of a sudden, good things are happening from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Makes
Absolutely.
me feel really good.
That's good, man. And I feel the same about, like, I just started this journey of this podcast, and I have a very similar feeling. Like, I feel like what I'm doing is like really projecting and putting people on display to push them and like myself to be like, you know, whatever it is that we're trying to be, man. It's cool. I like it. It's a fun thing to make people happy just by you being yourself. You know what I mean?
And to have these unintended consequences come up.
Yes.
Unintended bonuses.
Yes. There's the best part. There's the best part about it.
And they come out of freaking nowhere. Yep. And I'm like, wow, if you do something and try to do something good things happen, not just for you, but for other people. And it's just weird, man. I freaking love it.
Absolutely, man. And
I'm getting the game ready right now, and I'm getting ready to send it.
Go ahead, yeah.
And I'm trying to let me move my board over here so I can look at the board and you at the same time.
Absolutely. And I got myself in here. I'm going to screen record just like I did last time.
Cool. Let me see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk and play chess at the same time. This is going to be really weird.
Oh, yeah. That was something I was going to mention when we started playing is like you have a skill, my man.
I am going to say that the color is random, and we're going to play a 1 hour game, which means we each get an hour. The game will go longer than that, obviously. Yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and send it. And it's going to be rated, by the way.
Okay, that's fine.
So if I win, I probably won't get any rating points from you.
Probably not. I have, I think, 2 wins, two losses, maybe.
But if you beat me, you're going to gain probably 32 rating points or something.
I'll be one of those guys that gets to be an expert all of a sudden.
Yeah. I hope you're not doing the magician trick where, Ben's over there with a computer or something,
No, I won't. I right here.
That would be funny. I'd be like, this guy's kind of good. I think I'm losing right now. It happens all the time, dude. Okay, I just sent it, so you hopefully you'll see it pop.
Should be popping.
And this happens all the time on stream. You might not see it pop, and then we'll be like, "Oh, okay, you try sending me one."
There it is. Boom. All right.
I play exclusively on chess.com. And if anyone out there knows anyone really high level at chess.com, I'm trying to get on their streamer list. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So anyone watching, your uncle's an executive, send them over, man. Send them to the stream. Get me in there, baby.
He's trying to get up in there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I also want to open for Whiskey Myers. If anyone's got anyone out there,
I might know a guy.
That'd be cool. Yeah, good. Go set it up. We almost won a battle of the bands. We were second place, so we almost opened for Whiskey Myers.
Dude, dude, that's awesome, man. I got a couple. I got a couple band members myself that I hang around with, man. So I don't see it out of the possibilities of you if it's possible coming up here and playing some shows with them one day if we keep a cool relationship.
Oh yeah. It comes up all the time. We got to open for Wade Jennings, Waylon's grandson, a couple of times, and that was really cool. We get to do stuff like that. You know what? In music, see, I'll start getting petty in music. I'll start name dropping and stuff, because I'm not as humble in music as I am with chess. It's a different part of my brain, I think.
Oh man, I'm already nervous.
He's thinking.
I'm already nervous. I already see it, especially because he's talking and making moves and stuff.
We're gonna do this for the viewers outside, okay? Okay. Play this pawn because Bobby Fischer said, again, here's a quote.
Yeah.
E4 is best by test.
Okay.
The reason why is because it opens up this bishop and gets me ready to castle. Okay.
Yes.
So that's why I played this move.
And I kind of copied you a little bit, but I did slightly different.
You played bishop d6 a little bit. You did, but your bishop is in a bad spot because the pawn behind it, the queen's pawn, wants to move forward.
You're right.
And you blocked it.
Yeah.
So am I winning? No way. They're micro advantages, but what'll happen is hopefully I'll get a bunch of micro advantages and they'll add up to something. Yeah. So I'm just going to develop my pieces in castle. That's what I tell all of my
students.
Funny
because that's exactly what I'm going to do.
You're smart.
I was actually going to make that. Before you said that, I learned how the castle from the game against Ben about halfway through it. I was like, is this a castle? Did I do it? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, well, that's what I'm going to do from now on.
Yeah, that's what a lot of beginners do when they're very first starting out. They don't castle, and they end up getting checkmated in the middle of the board. And if you castle, you survive a lot longer. So you're doing great. That's really smart.
That's what I just did.
That was what I call the Grandmaster move.
Thank you. That's awesome. I learned a lot against Ben. I really did. He kind of pointed me in certain directions.
Yeah. No, it's very possible in that position, like the world champion might have castled.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it's very possible.
Okay. Yeah.
So anyway, okay. So I'm just gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna keep on moving along.
We're just running it. Yeah, I like it. Okay. So
how long you been doing this, man?
How long have I been doing the podcast?
Yeah.
So I'm about 27. You're my 27th episode. I've been doing it since February, a little bit before February. Just doing it like casually, man. No, don't want to do that.
It's awesome. Yeah, I checked out some videos Ben sent me of another podcast where you were the producer.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And that had to be great experience, man.
It was, man. It really.
For when you do your own podcast, you're like, okay, man. I already know. I've already stepped in everything I can. Well, not everything, but I stepped in a lot. You already made a bunch of mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, please C5.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And I directed that, and so I went from directing. I still kind of like I do this mostly by myself. Caden is my camera guy. He like runs the cameras, makes sure like everything's up to par. But for the most part, I end up setting up everything, and just do the same thing basically. But now I am in the chair. It's nice. Awesome. It's fun, man. It's fun to be.
No way, man. You have a camera guy?
Yeah, totally.
I want a camera guy.
Dude, they make a lot of things easier.
How do I get a camera guy?
You just get a call from one and they tell you they don't want to be your camera guy.
I'm a camera guy. I want to be your camera guy.
I called mine, actually. I was like, hey, dude, you want to be my camera guy? And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. Did you? Oh, you did? Okay.
How old are you, man? How old are you, Will?
I am 25.
25, and you like, how tall are you, man? You look taller than me for sure. That ain't hard to do.
6'1", I think.
6'1", that's about right. And so you're like about, you look like what, like about 180 or something?
I actually weigh 165.
Am I getting too personal?
No, dude. I'll talk about all that stuff. I've actually lost about 30 pounds. So in the middle of COVID, I was weighing about 190. Right? And so I was gaining that weight just anyways before 2020, and it just kind of packed on, man. I kind of started noticing it, and I always told myself when I was younger, I'm like, man, if I ever start like, gaining a little bit of weight or start to get like feeling bad, then I'm just gonna go ahead and start working out, man. And I started doing it about a year ago, and I lost about 25-30 pounds, and I'm back.
What? Did you say you're 165?
165, yes, sir.
Ooh, at 6'1", you look great, man.
Yeah. I used to be a scrawny kid.
Well, now you're not scrawny now at 165, 6'1", or you're slim, bro.
Yeah,
you're doing great, and you're working out too.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm trying to slowly build muscle. I do like I just kind of do a lot of. I watch MMA, so I kind of just like shadow box, just to like as exercise. And that's helped me a lot with like weight loss, and then like just normal like crunches, sit-ups, and push-ups, and a little bit of weight. Nothing too crazy. I don't strive off of my physical excellence, but I am in shape.
Right.
I am in shape. I try to be.
Good for you, man.
All right. So you are definitely challenging a few things now.
I'll tell you, back when I was about 45 years old, a friend of mine who lived in Thailand, and he was a professional Thai boxer. In Thailand, you're only professional.
Yes.
Every fight, you only fight for money.
Yes.
So there's no amateurs, right?
Absolutely.
So okay, he plays knight g4. I believe we will play this move.
I actually feel like I'm doing okay.
You are doing okay. You're doing okay.
Yeah, you're starting.
And I can run into the problem of taking it too easy on you, but I'm just doing slow.
Casual.
Yeah. So this friend of mine's a professional Thai boxer, right?
Yes.
And
that's awesome, by the way. That's really cool.
A buddy of his had a show called Ask a Fighter, where they would go to gyms and like they would interview fighters and they would ask them like silly questions.
Okay.
That fighter thought it was going to be a real interview. And I don't know if you ever there was a guy named Kevin Ross. You ever heard of Kevin Ross?
No.
He's an American. He's an American. I think maybe a champion American Thai boxer guy. And they interview him and they ask him like, the first question is like, what's your favorite Pokemon? And he looks at him like, what?
Like what? Yeah.
Like, you don't want to talk about the fight on Friday. You don't want to ask me what my diet is. You know what I'm saying? So they're on the road filming this show. He calls me and says, hey, man, I'm in Austin. And we need a place to stay. Can we come stay at your house? I'm like, yeah. So they're on the way. I asked my wife. She said, cool. They're on the way. Dude, I attack your night. You attack my bishop.
No, yeah, I thought I was like looking around, like, man, he's starting to threaten me like bad. I need to like stick something that's not important out there, maybe.
I think I need to just take the pawn, but man, I kind of didn't. You know what? Bam.
Oh, that was very, very smart move, Charlie. That was very smart move.
So yeah. So they're on their way to my house to stay at my house overnight in Austin, and the TIE fighter guy. By the way, the other guy has the show Ask a Fighter. He's a real fighter too.
Okay.
So the guy calls me on the way and says, "How much do you weigh?" And I'm like, "Here we go." I already knew I knew he was going to have me doing something. And I said, 155. And he's like, what training do you have? And I'm like, martial arts, like when I was a kid. In other words, just enough like to where if you're trying to fight, you're going to lose. Like worthless.
Yeah. There's no point.
He says, you want to fight my cameraman? I said, yes. So the cameraman shows up. I'm like 45 years old, like 5'6" and a half, and 155. Cameraman shows up. He's 23. 6'1", 180.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a difference.
Yeah. Well, we went to a boxing gym, and I got lucky. But and I'm not a fighter either, but he was a nice boy.
Yeah.
He was a nice boy. Yeah. And I'm not a bad man.
No, yeah.
Maybe a little bit more than him though.
Yeah, there's a difference.
When you have a wife and kids and a mortgage, like you punch different than like when your parents pay for your insurance.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a little bit of a different mindset. You know what I'm saying? When you said cameraman, I'm thinking like, hey, I fought the cameraman.
Yeah. That's hilarious. No, watch out. I'm teaching my cameraman how to defend himself.
Dude, what about these moves? You're a beast. It's like I attack something and you don't defend it. You counterattack.
I try to. I definitely, and like, yeah, because I don't go backwards very often, I've noticed in chess.
Oh, good. Well, that's nice to know because I can just sit here then and let you keep dropping your pieces like you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Okay, look. This square is attacked
I just gave
twice.
him the key to the...
So you did just give me a pawn, and therefore I'm going to take it with my knight. Attacking your queen.
Oh, yes. I didn't...
Attacking your queen, attacking your bishop that never should have been there on d6, that black bishop
You're
on
right.
d6. And if you look back again over to the king side, your knight on g4 is still attacked. So you sir, are in a little bit of trouble.
I'm in a pickle.
But that's okay. You find your best move and do the best you can. And the one thing about you can learn from every game. I will learn from this game.
Yes. Oh, I'm learning. Holy crap.
Yeah. I will learn from this game. If you pay attention, you can learn from every game.
Oh man. Okay. So then, man, I'm gonna probably lose something here. I'm very proud of myself that I've made it this far with only getting a pawn hook.
Oh yeah, well I'm not gonna like try some cheap stuff on you and try and checkmate you early. That first off, it'd be no fun if you fell for it, and second off, it's bad chess.
Okay.
Like a good player develops his pieces and castles, and that's what I do. I'm trying to be a good player. I'm just trying. I'm aspiring.
I'm gonna play fire with fire.
Saving the queen, not a bad move.
The bishop has to go possibly, but the queen's there to save it possibly.
Yeah, and he will.
Yeah. See, this is where I get scared because I'm like, I know I want to do that, but do I really want to do that?
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
A lot of times it's not as mysterious as you think. I just made a simple trade there, and then I just take a free knight. Now I'm up a piece.
Oh, you did take the knight. You did.
Yeah, well, you left it hanging.
I seen it. Yeah, I did see it. That's part of chess too. The not
this
seeing
would be
it.
considered a winning advantage. Like if I was playing a 4-hour tournament game against someone my own level, I would resign and go eat before the next round. I would lose this game against someone my level every time.
Yeah.
In a slow game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
because there's all that time to think, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because you can actually scope the board and really kind of go for what you think is the best move.
Right. But for what we're doing, you don't resign. We keep playing, and because we can still learn. There's still a best move for you in every position from here on for the rest of the game. There's a best move.
Yes. Okay.
So you should strive to play that move because there's value in it.
Let's find out what the best move is. I think. Yes. We'll go with that.
Plays A5. Okay. I think I have not developed my queen and connected my rooks. And our house master, David Bassett, is a guy I used to play, would play a lot of same tournaments, and I knew him in Los Angeles. And he's a FIDE master. It's ridiculous how good he is. Okay. He's like probably top 0.2% of chess, or 1% of chess players in the world. 0.1. And he would right now say, Charlie, develop your queen, connect your rooks. Like, okay. Yes, sir.
And so by develop your queen.
Yes, sir, Mr. Master.
So
I didn't make this move because I know it's best. I made it because a master told me.
Yes.
Connect your freaking rooks.
That's awesome.
That's what's great about chess, man. It's so easy to learn. If you study a little bit, learn a little bit, you can apply it, and you can be better like an hour later. You can be better than you were an hour ago.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. So that move does nothing, but it does a lot because it will bring my other pieces in, and later on it'll cost you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna pack my cigarettes. It might make a noise.
No,
you cut that off if it's too much.
I'm over here thinking about the best
Something
move
you
I could
have done before
make.
the podcast.
Let's do something. Okay.
What? That's Wedding Singer. Something you could have told me yesterday.
We're gonna have to. Okay, we're just gonna develop some pieces here, Charlie.
Hey, man. You know what? The idea, that is an A for effort.
Yes.
It's an A for effort. That's what I'm gonna give you.
Yeah. It's starting to get. I'm getting scrambled brain on the positionings. I'm like, uh-oh. This is gonna be a fun one.
You know what? I'm gonna do this all the way, baby. I'm gonna do this all the way before I get goofy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do a slow build up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see it.
So when you get to the end, it's even better. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So let's go here.
Dude, these guys, they're funny guys. It's a good move. That's Three Amigos.
I'm trying.
A lot of the dumb comedy movies.
Yeah.
The guilty pleasure, waste your time comedy movies.
Oh man.
Wedding Singer, Dumb and Dumber. My girlfriend finally got me into Step Brothers, and I never really. I didn't dig it until I saw it once and thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Dude, it's one of the best.
It's like, yeah, it's literally one of the best. I used to binge watch that movie every night, and from like 2009 to like 2010, like every single night I binge watched that movie. It was on DVD. I had it on DVD back then.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think she's got it too. Yeah. See, I was a Talladega Nights guy.
Oh, that's a great one too, man.
It's great too,
that.
but now I realize Step Brothers is kind of. I think it might be a step above the Talladega Nights for sure.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Oh man, this is getting dicey.
There's nothing happening.
I know. Well, that's why I'm saying it's getting. Dude, I feel pressure in chess matches because when things start happening. Oh, he's moving faster now too. Because it's all gonna happen at once. I know it. It's just like bing, bing, bing. Uh oh. Yeah. See, you know when. All right. Yeah. You're smart, Charlie. You smart. You're real smart. Develop pieces.
No fair using the proper chess technique.
I learned that one from Ben. I listened to Castle and Develop Pieces. I did learn from Ben. The connect your rooks I learned from you. That's a new thing. Because obviously, look where my rooks are. They're not going to be connected most likely. I think.
Well, you know, if we both had an army of.
I blundered.
Yeah, you did. Was that a slip?
No, I did. I made that decision. It's just
I wouldn't give it back even if it was a slip. Because you're choosing to play on your phone, and that is on you.
Exactly.
I'm all about like, sorry, dude, shouldn't have dropped your rook.
Well, no, I have the accept the move even. Like,
yes.
So it was a thought out decision.
You had a verification and you clicked yes?
Yeah, well,
was that like locking your keys in your car? You know, and you're like, no.
I can tell you what it was. I was paying attention to that bishop you just moved back to prepare for my attack on your pawns because that's what I was gonna do. Right. And then you moved that bishop, so I was like, okay, so I don't really have any other like brash moves, but if I move that up here, I could probably be okay. But I forgot about that second bishop.
Right. Well, sadly, I'm drawing an arrow right now, but the pawn could have taken the rook too. The pawn
oh yeah, that's right. Duh. See, I'm missing it. See,
so
this is what I'm talking about. That pressure starts to lick you.
I do it all the time. Not that simple, but with other concepts. Yes. I'll be completely clueless and be like, knight g5 is a good move, and it's like just dumb. It's just dumb. That's not a bad move, man.
That's what, yeah, because inevitably that's what I wanted to do before, but you had that bishop there.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take a couple seconds on this because.
Do you think?
I want to make it right, and I think to make it right, I think I don't need to worry about that right this second. This is kind of like you just added a thing to my day. I got to remember, like pick the kid up from the daycare. Mm-hmm. You know, one more thing. You know, the pin you just pinned my pawn on d3. It's attacking my queen. You see the X-ray attack on my queen?
Yeah.
Now my d pawn can't move or I lose my queen, right? Mm-hmm. You know, if I really didn't want to deal with it, I'd just move my queen and say it's not a real threat. Nothing's going to happen to me.
Yeah, if I wanted a trading aspect,
I would just move my queen out of the way and say I don't have to deal with it. I'm like, no, I can multitask. I'm going to leave the pin. I'm not that scared about it. I'm going to continue with my plan.
Yeah.
And, you know, if I make a mistake, you'll take my queen.
You want to know what, dude? I have the exact same scenario. I've had the exact same scenario with your bishop the entire game, with my king.
Yeah, right. Oh, that bishop on, the bishop to c4 on that diagonal.
You're just waiting for it. You're just waiting for it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm learning.
It's classic.
I'm with you.
It's the A2G8 diagonal is classic, man. Bobby Fischer used to put his bishop on c4 for that reason. In the Sicilian Fischer-Sozin attack. See, when we're done with this game, one thing, a way to get better at chess is to play slow games like we're playing, and to study your games afterwards.
Yes, but that's what I was talking about earlier. How cool it is you can look back.
What moves you could have done better?
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
And you know, even though I'm fine in this game, I can learn from this game.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. See, you're attacking d3 twice, and I didn't see that till right now. You can take this pawn with your queen. I ain't all about giving that up. So, oh man, do I play this move and break with d4, or do I waste a rook? Rook move. I think I waste the rook move.
Well, yeah, and I didn't move on your queen earlier because I wanted to try to set something up because I know that you can just avoid everything. Because like if my bishop takes, say like, because that would be the move for the bishop to take that pawn and set up next to your queen. You can either take my bishop or retreat back one step diagonally or sideways. And then I wouldn't be able to attack you with my queen, which is what I would want to never do.
If you play bishop takes pawn in this position, you're attacking my queen. My queen has to move, and then you take my rook, which is worth 5 points. Your bishop is worth 3 points. They say 3.25 or something.
Yes.
It's like a little more than a knight. So you would actually be winning material.
Yes.
And so this is it's a real threat, man. You have a threat, and I have to answer it. I can bring my bishop back to c2 and protect it, but I like my bishop on this beautiful attacking diagonal. Therefore, I think I'm just gonna. The computer would probably just bring a rook, even though I put my rook on e1. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna move it back to d1 and say, okay, that pawn's not attacked anymore.
Yes. Yep. I see. Yep.
Okay. And you have a shot. I don't know if it wins material, but there's tactics here. I'm not going to say anything more.
Yeah, don't.
I do that with my viewers all the time too. I'll tell them you have a shot because I have to be responsible. If I'm playing a good player and I made a subpar move, they're going to take advantage of it.
Yes.
So like I said, there's no lies in chess. This isn't for $100.
No, yeah, exactly.
If I made a bad move or a subpar move and there's a chance for you to kind of wiggle around and make something happen, I want you to know. Now, I just put you in the tank. You probably still won't see it, but that's fine.
Yep, oh man, we're running into
no, maybe you don't have a shot. Maybe you don't have a shot. See, I suck at chess. It might not be there. I think I'm okay.
There's definitely some things about to happen. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah. One thing I don't do is sit here and pretend I know what's going on, because the minute you do that in chess, someone says, what about this move? And then you realize, oh, I was acting like I knew everything, and I'm a big dum-dum. So I try to keep my mouth shut, but I talk a lot, and I think that helps with the chess stream.
Yeah,
Charly Sardo Gaming, by the way, on Facebook.
Yeah, I said in the beginning. I tried. I introduced you as that. I forgot to.
Thank you. I'm a constant plugger.
So yeah, if you guys do want to see him stream, it's on Facebook. Is that the only place you stream right now?
I've been considering doing some other things, but I'm not too sure if I should focus on Facebook. These are all just
building up your
career decisions.
Yes, sir.
But I do have a YouTube channel, same thing, Charly Sardo Gaming, and I post content there too.
Awesome. And is there anywhere to find your music, Spotify, anything like that?
You know, I don't have a lot of music online, or I don't have a lot of albums. Like my girlfriend has a beautiful album she recorded for herself. I think that's on iTunes, believe it or not.
Okay.
Courtney Reed, I forget the name of the album, but it's a picture of her face. Okay, this guy, man. I'm trying to do stuff, and you won't let me do stuff. But now I think I might just start disrespecting you.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for, honestly, because I'm kind of like a disguise kind of guy. I was telling Ben that when I was playing him. I'm kind of just like, hey, look at this, and then I try to throw stuff at you.
You could try that.
Yeah,
you could try that, but
it's hard though. It's a hard game to play, especially when people kind of know it.
Yeah, well, I do have the advantage of having been played for a long time and talking while I play.
Yes, so there's a lot of brain work in that, man.
Yeah, but I play significantly worse when I talk while I play. And everyone does. There are other chess streamers I've seen that say,
you're so safe right now. Like, it's crazy. Like, you have like so many defenses, and it's quite like, I'm really trying to find an end.
Yeah, all of your threats were like kind of like one move threats.
And you would take those pieces as soon as I throw them down.
You just make a threat, and I'm like, I'll make a reasonable move and stop the threat, because I know that you're not you're not this big threat to destroy me. But again, I lose to lower rated players all day long on stream. All day long. But you could win this game. Well, you're down a piece. I forgot about that.
Yes. I'm down. I always forget.
Okay, I'm continuing with my plan. Well, I'm sorry. Are you down a rook? No, you're down a rook and a piece. Where'd your other rook go? You see, this happens when, normally in a slow tournament game, I'd know exactly what's going on. I'm talking to you like back at the board, and I look back at the board, and I'm like, I'm up two pieces and a rook.
Talking to you. You get lost talking to me.
I want a backspace right now. I don't even remember where I got your rook, but it doesn't matter.
It was that bishop. It was a blunder.
Oh, you hung the rook for free on B3. That's right.
That's why. Because every other move has been pretty sick. I think I made some pretty sick moves.
I forgot about the gift.
Yeah.
And then I remember getting the knight for free, but I'm trying to remember the other free piece I got.
I did not do that one on purpose.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I didn't get another free piece. Yeah. Okay, I'm up one piece and one rook. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm not saying this was the best move. I'm not saying it's the right idea, but this is what I was talking about building up and then breaking through.
Yes.
Now I'm coming for your king.
Yeah, I can tell.
Because I feel like you have no threats, and I feel like all my pieces are developed and on reasonable squares to attack your king.
They are pretty good right now. I think I just need to
If you draw a line down the middle of the board, count the pieces on the right side of the board. I have a queen, a rook, and a knight.
Damn, you are so set. This is ridiculous.
What do you have on that side of the board?
A king.
You're king.
That's it.
All your pieces are on the queen side,
Man.
and really, they don't have a lot of threats anyway.
Completely outclassed right here.
You count the attackers and count the defenders. I have plus my bishop on C1, that black bishop. He's raking all the way to H6, man. So and my bishop on B3 is raking at your king too, right? On that white diagonal we talked about.
Yep.
So really, almost every piece I have is in the attack.
Yeah, it's going. I can tell, and I'm gonna...
almost every piece you have, your queen actually is defending laterally.
Yeah.
Laterally is what we call your queen is defending it crossways, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I want to open up the position and checkmate you. And that is my goal.
Here we go. It's time.
And that's just the thing. Like, I don't know exactly how I'm going to checkmate you. I just know that you don't have a lot of defenders. Your king is weaker than mine. My pieces are better than yours. And so I say, open up as king. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I have a choice of about 3 candidate moves is how you do it. You read it in the books. You pick 3 moves, and then you analyze every move, and you pick the best move. That's what you do like in a really slow game. I'm not doing all that right now. I am taking the one that looks the nastiest, and it's probably the best move. Looking.
He's got me dirty, right? Yep. I knew you were gonna do something like that. You got me hard. Right
you might have a move here, man. You might have a move here.
I think I might.
I hope you find it too. If it does, it tells me you're getting better at chess, which is the goal of this.
I think.
Yeah, see, that wasn't a good move.
I think.
Thank God I'm up material, so that way after you win some back, I'll still be up. But
oh fuck.
Yeah. And that comes from from talking while we play, which is fine.
Damn, he's still so safe.
If you can't talk while you play, then
yep.
Where's the stream of the podcast going to come from?
Exactly.
Right?
Well, it's a good thing I cut mine up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, see, I got to do mine live, and you can go to a lot of chess streamers, and this is what you see. I'm gonna give you a picture of what you see when you click. Oh, they're playing chess. You go, and this is what you see.
literally I had to cut. He's still doing it.
No, you know what, they're still doing it.
No, they're still doing it.
There's a guy that's been staring at his board because he wants to play chess. He wants to play the right move.
Yeah,
and that's important. But I'm performing right now when I'm playing on stream. You know what I'm saying?
You can't worry about blundering because you are performing. And so, where did you kind of get that skill from? Like being able to just talk and like and make moves and just be entertaining throughout your stream.
Well, it's so nice that you say that, and people say it too that tell me I'm entertaining, and I'm not trying to be. I play music, right?
Yes.
And started playing a lot of music in the last 7 years, and there's been times where I'd have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gigs in a week.
Wow.
And so I'm in front of people talking on the mic. I'm probably not near as good of a performer, entertainer, talking wise when I'm playing music. It's more about the music.
Mm-hmm.
But and I also host open mics.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
That's like my side thing. And so there'll be a guy be like, I'm not very good, but I wrote this song, and I'm like, just get up and do it, man.
That's what it takes, man. It just takes doing it. Like that muscle memory will contribute to it. Like the repetition will contribute to that muscle memory.
Yeah. And I'm spreading the music by helping that person not be afraid to get up and make music.
Yeah.
Even if they suck.
Yeah.
Even if they suck at chess. I suck at chess.
Yeah, okay,
but I'm trying to get better.
I don't feel like...
And the way to do that is by playing. Okay, now I have
board right now, man.
There's probably a better move than this, but this is probably going to be okay. I'm just going to wing your queen right now. That way I know I got the game locked up.
I saved my queen this time, Ben. Did you like that I saved my queen?
You didn't save your queen because I got a discover check on your queen. My bishop, remember that bishop we talked about?
Yeah.
He lives. You're in check.
Ba-da-da-da. Yep.
That's what we call a discovered attack. Something that you will realize it's a pretty nasty thing. Anytime there's a discovered attack, you might want to pay attention to it. Stops the check. I'm gonna make the check live again because it's a free pawn and it keeps my bishop in the game. So once again, we're gonna check you.
Damn.
You had a better idea with playing this move right here. Playing C4, pushing your other pawn and cutting my bishop off. You're still losing your queen, but either way, yeah, you're fine, man. We're enjoying the game, and like I said, we're gonna learn from it.
There's a right move here.
Hey, when this game's over, can I give you like a 30-second lesson?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, good. Okay, and here I'm gonna do the nasty.
You do it.
No, I shouldn't. Well,
Oh God, he's gonna do it.
I don't know, man.
You can do it. It's okay.
I don't know because it might not work for the same reason it didn't work last time. Let me be sure.
Only my horse is just a little closer.
Yeah,
man.
I can do the nasty. I'm gonna create the discovered attack again. So now you're in the same. Now I take your rook with check again, and you're in check again. So you discovered attack.
So I can't do nothing, man.
No, it's too bad you don't have another piece you could put in the way. Then I would just do it again. It's a reoccurring theme. It's kind of like a nightmare. It just keeps happening over and over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to.
No. The line is from The Color of Money. Keith McCready. He says. It's kind of like a nightmare. It just keeps getting worse and worse.
I love your knowledge of films. We actually make short films, Charlie.
That's Keith McCready, man. That's Keither with the ether. He was at one point the best 9-ball player like in the world.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah,
Pool.
he wore.
Okay.
Did you play pool at all?
Not like much, but I do know how to play pool. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he wore a T-shirt that said "The world gets an 8-ball." That's a handicap. Giving someone the 8-ball means they win if they make the 8-ball or the 9-ball. It's a handicap.
Okay, yeah.
And he wore a T-shirt that said "The world gets an 8-ball," and the world champion would not play Keith McCready in 9-ball with the handicap. Just Keith beat him. Yeah. And he was in The Color of Money, and as like a cameo. Anyway, that's the line.
Is that the line?
It's like a nightmare. It keeps getting worse and worse, doesn't it?
You got some good. You got some good memory of a good movie lines.
I remember people that I look up to.
What they say, the quotes. The quotes, yeah.
I remember what they say.
Awesome, man. That's a good thing to remember. One quote I've repeated on this podcast a few times that I've said that I remember is, oh wow, now I forget it. It's what is it? Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Like the people that surround you and your influences are like.
It's a great line, man. Yeah, influences, but that's talking more about friends, and that's a little bit different.
Who pick you up.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
absolutely
beautiful. Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
Now we're getting into the end game. This is where I said Ben critiqued me. Ben says my worst part of my game is my end game. And I can tell right now. Like it's looking bad.
This isn't a proper end game because if all the material was even, the queens came off, some of the minor pieces came off, and we started moving pawns and playing an actual end game. That would be an end game.
Yeah,
you're down so much material. This is like
this is give me almost.
There's no end game book that would teach you anything in this position.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a proper end game. This is just kind of like you're just going to be checkmated in a few moves.
And I could tell every move you made. Like I've definitely set up some decent attacks in my mind, and like just every move I seen, like. If I would have put my bishop or my knight or my rook in those positions, you would have just took them and had something to defend that, just in case I tried to take it with a secondary attack. You had three. You had 3-on-1 for most of the pieces I was trying to attack, unless it was like a one-off. Then it was 2-on-1, which is like wow. Yeah. And I can see what you mean when developing the pieces and where they're at is really important.
It is, and it's standing on the shoulders of giants because I didn't make this up. I kind of am just kind of developing my pieces the way all the grandmasters have done for the last 100 years. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna give me right.
And then I'm just kind of making sure. Look at all my pieces.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Every piece is defended. Okay, I've got a pawn on A2 that's not defended. That little white pawn is not defended, right?
Yeah.
And then I got my 2 pawns in front of my king are not defended. my knight is defended, my bishop's defended, my rook on d1 back on the back rank's defended, my bishop on c1's defended, my rook and my queen are all defended.
Wow.
Everything's defended. Now look at your pieces. You have a knight and the bishop. They're both undefended.
Yes. Wow.
They might not be being attacked, but they're undefended is the idea. Oh, I didn't even realize you could play bishop takes rook, man. You could prolong the game.
Yeah.
So that the move I just made was a blunder. Actually, it was a blunder before, again, because I'm talking.
Yeah.
No, queen check is. Oh. Yeah, you could. But it's my move.
You actually, I think.
It's my
you
move.
Have me. I'm pretty sure you have checkmate.
I didn't blunder. I'm just kind of playing on fumes, and I still didn't blunder. Here we go.
I think you have checkmate on me.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Queen. Yeah. Oh, that too.
Good.
Okay, so you had 2 different checkmates. Nice.
And that happens in stream all the time. I'm talking to the chat, and I look at the board, and it's like a whole new game, and I have to absorb it real fast. And that's why I thought my rook was hanging, but it wasn't.
So it says I didn't blunder. Which is crazy.
Well,
it says I made a mistake.
The analysis on it?
3 mistakes.
No. Oh, no. There's blunders because when you played rook b3 and gave me your rook for free.
Yeah.
That's a blunder.
Absolutely. It's analyzing.
That's a freaking blunder.
Which
okay.
Which is real cool too. That sweet music you heard in the background of that chess game, that was Charly Sardo.
I don't know if you can observe me or not. I have no how to do that. No idea how to do that. But I'm gonna say, okay. Just to give you a little lesson, I'm gonna give it to you off board. Okay. Okay. The fact that you moved your knight and bishop and castled, totally great. Okay. But go back and watch it. Just watch any couple grandmaster games, and you'll see that when you moved your bishop to d6, like on move whatever it was, move 3, that's not where the bishop goes. And so if you'd be like, I should put my pieces on natural squares, you will learn them. They're always toward the center. The knights always come toward the center. The bishops always usually come toward the center on a nice safe square. Get castled. Find a safe place for your queen. Connect your rooks, and then start playing chess.
Okay.
Because what I try and explain to people is, let's say I'm going to go ahead and close my my chess because I think we're done with that, right?
Yes, sir.
What I try and explain to people is like, what if you have an army? If we each have an army of 500 people, and we're going to meet on the battlefield, and what if I bring my whole 500 and you say I'm just going to send out a troop of 50 to check it out? Well, I'm going to wipe them out.
Okay, yeah.
And now I'm going to have 500, and you're going to have 450.
And that's automatically an advantage.
Like, well, now let's try and bring everything out. Well, now I have an advantage.
Exactly. Yeah, it's push-pull.
It's about mobilizing your entire army is the most important thing. Before you start going, ooh, I'm going to try and attack his pawn and see if he sees it or not. You know what I'm saying? You get your whole army out first. And so that's the best thing you can do is find, you just got to watch you could just watch a few Grandmaster games and see where they put their bishops and knights, copy them, and develop your pieces and castle, get your whole army out, and you, sir, your rating will go up just based on that.
Well, and and me myself, I'm not super like into chess like Ben has gotten into it, but right. I mean, just talking like I really enjoyed having you on and talking about like your whole concept of why you got into it, what you're doing now with it, your personality into it. I mean, I really just enjoyed talking to you about all the things you do with it because I get a genuine vibe from what you're doing, and it's really cool, man. I really do appreciate it.
We talked about this, man, because this was so much fun. It was so natural, and it was just cool.
Yeah.
And I love Ben, and I'm so glad that he's helped me with other things on the stream too. He made a Discord for us. Yeah. And he's I enjoy Ben, and then he introduced me to you, and I'm really happy to have met you, Will.
Yeah, I haven't met you too.
Good luck with your podcast. Talking to me. I love the concept. You seem really good at it too.
Thank you, man.
I think you're gonna do great things,
dude. You too, man. I really, like I said, I think you do very good at what you do. I enjoy it. Like I said, I'm not a chess player, but I enjoy the concept of what you're doing. And Ben, dude, like he is such a supportive human being. Like it's every person that he finds himself like really liking, he supports wholeheartedly. And I love that he brought me to you so we could have this conversation. And
you know, very, if I can wrap this up with a very short one.
Sure.
Very egotistically, one time I said something. I met this guy who was a professor at Mount San Antonio College in California, and we played a private party for him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just a nice guy. He was just a good dude. And somehow he picked up on that from me. And very egotistically, I saw him the next night, and he said, "I'm so glad to have met you. Like this is it's just so nice to have met you." He was an old man.
Yeah.
And you know what I told him? This is where egotistically I said it. But I said, you know what? I said, the good people find each other.
That's true, though. Yeah.
Egotistically, I was including myself in that. And so that's why I understand what I was doing there. But it was coming from a good place.
Yeah.
And he was a good person. And we just felt it. And it's like the good people find each other. You say, Ben, anyone he can help, he helps. He ends up with you. You seem like a good dude.
Yeah.
Because of Ben, we meet. You know what I'm saying? And so the way I'll end my part of it is saying the good people find each other, man. Be a good person, and the good people find you, and you'll find a good people. That's my humble opinion.
Life is beautiful, man. Let it be beautiful, right?
That's what I think.
Awesome. So, Charly, thank you so much, man, for coming out. This has been Talking to Me, Talking to You.